for. That's what I'm looking for. Shouts out to the Brat and Jessica Dupar.
I
Uh,
love that baby.
Girl, true.
Mhm.
Welcome to the Hood Rat to Harvard podcast. I am your host, Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick. I am here today promoting our new podcast, A Woven Wisdom from Generation to Generation, with my favorite person from Alexandria, Louisiana, other than myself, is HellGirlVibe, Tarsha Blackhorn. I would like to have her introduce herself.
What up, niggas?
Oh, I live. I say, oh, I live for it. So we want to start it off with giving a shout out to excellence. Tasha?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, for this week of our April 21st, my shout out to excellence is the Shavonna Clark. Have you heard of her?
I don't
The new Miss Connecticut.
know.
She is a beautiful black queer woman, short hair, short natural hair, bodying, but she won the Miss Connecticut 2024 pageant.
Oh,
Uh, One of her opponents, I guess is a young lady by the name of Gabriella Vigorita or something like that. And the Italian young lady made a controversial video of why she didn't win and Shavonna won instead. And the outpour of support for Shavonna showed up high and heavy. And I just want to give this young lady her flowers. Not only is she stunning, she is entirely talented. For the swimsuit edition, she made a knitted swimsuit that is so
oh
stunning.
gosh.
Yes, y'all go check her out. Shout out to you, Shavonna Clark. Congratulations on your win.
See, I ain't even watch it. I don't even know anything about it. But what I do know is that Gabriella, your ass didn't make no knitted ass swimsuit. That's what I know.
And didn't.
That's what I know. That's a skill level unmatched, and you don't
Mhm.
have it. But yeah, shout out to Shavonna Clark. I'm about to look her up and see. Okay, I love us. I am going to shout out my excellence to Black and Missing Foundation. You can find them on TikTok and Facebook as well. They are a nonprofit that brings awareness to missing people of color, particularly Black people. What I'm seeing in the surgeons in my timeline is a lot of Black people, from children from age 10 on up to adults in their 50s and 60s, disappearing at a rate that I have never seen before. And then a
Wow.
lot of them coming up missing, and their body parts coming up missing, or being dismembered, and they gotta be hunt down for all the parts. There's something to this. There's a market, I know, a Black market I know, for body parts and organs and things like that. And the fact that this is happening right in our face, it's like we're just going on with our daily lives. But every time I'm scrolling, it's every third post is a Black person missing. And so
Wow.
shout out to the Black and Missing Foundation for bringing awareness to that plight and for staying in the fight, because we need to be aware of us, because sometimes we just get swept under the rug. So shout out to excellence to them.
Yes. And
Oh,
y'all start talking to y'all family members and not letting them go out alone and not with no friends. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Remember that.
hello. And wait a minute. And then everybody ain't your friend, girl. You see
Yep.
Chicago that went with the man, and that's the one that got dismembered.
No.
Yes, and I was like, girl, the way he presents when they arrested him, I said, ain't no way he could have said something to me and I would have said okay.
Oh
And
no.
old pictures of him, and I'm like, still ain't no way that he could tell me something and I'm gonna go with him. But yeah, she wound up missing, and her mama crying out. I said, God damn, this is absolutely insane. So watch out for your people and check up on your people.
And start shooting back. Like y'all just slide that kill back. Kill, get
Public
them before they get you.
public service announcement. If you don't already have it, you need to go get your concealed pistol license, your
Mhm.
concealed weapon license, whatever it's called in your state. If you don't have charges and stuff that prevent you from getting that, You need to go ahead and apply and get it now. I don't care if you don't buy a gun, but you still need to be approved for being able to conceal a weapon on your person, because the first charge they gonna charge you with when something go down is that you don't have the right to have the weapon and have it hidden from somebody. So you need to go get yourself properly credentialed so that you can be out here just like everybody else, because it's gonna be the wild, wild west coming up.
Oh, yes.
And you better be ready. And if you stay ready, you ain't got the motherfucking get ready.
But you better tell them.
And so once you get that, then go get you a gun.
Do it in the right order. Do it in the right order.
Go get you a gun. Then you get that registered, and then take your butt to the range and learn how to shoot your gun. Mm-hmm. Learn how to shoot your gun and be ready, because they out here and they ready for you. The ones that don't have, they're not supposed to have them, and the ones that have them, they all ready for you. You not. So keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to hot topics. Oh my goodness, this has been a great week in rhythm and blues and hip hop. So what we got here, Tarsha? What we got?
Oh yes, ma'am. I want to start with the Drake and Kendrick with Future and Metro Boomin and Rick Ross. That beef that's going on. The rap girls are fighting, and it's starting to look real bitch-like to me. I don't like it. I don't like our rap. Like I don't even like when the rap women be beefing. But I love a good solid clean beef. You know, a good diss track, you respond with a good diss track and y'all keep it moving. This back and forth is giving bitch behavior, and I don't like it.
Very much so. I listened to Kendrick's diss, which I really like. I only like the part when he says bum. That shit had me going. I be listening to I be like, come on, let's get to the part. Get to the part. He says bum. Oh my God. Or when he says, oh. So bad. Oh, so bad off that goddamn song. I can't stand Future. So
I can't either.
I be waiting. Come on. I'm ready.
Yep.
He came out with his. I was like, okay, I see you. But I didn't have a chance to sit with Drake's because Rick Ross came out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, how did Rick Ross get into it? I was confused.
I'm still trying to figure out how he got into it. And I'm still trying to figure out where that connected.
Acting like his baby mama Tia Kemp, who I adore. I absolutely live for her. Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, why was he up? I said, oh, I see why y'all was together. I see it. I see exactly how y'all came together, because y'all rolled absolutely the same. Because when he was up there calling Drake, he kept saying white boy. And I like having siblings that are biracial. I know how much it hurts their soul to be called white anything. They don't want to be called white anything. And so when he kept saying white, I said, I know Drake at home about to say,
crying,
go up on your ass. You say white boy one more goddamn time. Rick Ross is a whole mess
and a half.
Whole mess. You don't have that same energy for 50.
That's what I said. Ain't nobody got that heat for 50.
Why you got the energy for 50? I'm trying to see what that's about. I want to know what's going on with that. You ain't got that same energy. He threw Birdman in it.
Oh Lord.
Birdman say he ride with Drake, and we know you ride with Drake because you were labels. I get that, but then Rick Ross, like your man Birdman house went in a foreclosure, $50 million. And you ain't gonna go over there and help your boy. I thought that was your boy. And I was like, what is going on? And then he got them teeth just like Tia.
Oh Lord.
Porcelain. Oh, that shit had me going.
They got too much time on their hands because they ain't touring right now. Like Rick Ross ain't got touring. He ain't touring.
In the studio and get out in the streets.
Hello.
What in the words of Nene from we're gonna go to the studio and make some beats. I need to go to the studio and make some beats.
Oh my goodness! But I've been living. I just hope they move forward from this because this is setting them back. That bad bitch behavior from rap niggas, I just don't like it.
Okay, so then I'm thinking, oh, Drake, Rick Ross, okay. Then out of nowhere, cloud, here come Chris Brown dissing Quavo, and I'm like, I listened to it twice, and I was like, this Chris Brown, a whole colorist, argue with your mama.
And abuser.
Not gonna argue with nobody about any of that. That's what it is. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. However, he is talented. I'll give him that as well. You're talented. I didn't know the level of talents that this man has. Because not only are you singing, because he said, I'm a singing N-word. You just got bodied by a singing N-word. I said, oh, you actually did, bruh. I don't think there's no coming back from this. I don't think anybody's waiting for Quavo to respond because at this point, we just want to check on you and make sure you're all right, babe. Do anybody got to go by the house and give you some Vicks Vapor Rub to help you breathe in, give you some food to help you soothe your spirit? Because, baby, Chris Brown bodied your ass, and I don't even know what the fuck it was about. I do know he kept referencing Sweetie in it, saying he F with Sweetie while you were together and all this stuff. But you got any insight as to what's going on?
I have no idea, and all I know is for me, Chris Brown is a no-go. Like I don't care if this nigga come out with the flyest song of the century. So he's in the category of R. Kelly now. Like he's just a do not touch. So is Drake for me. Like
Drake too. Here's the
so
thing.
Is Drake.
I gauge whether or not I rock with somebody by how I spend my dollars. I've never bought a Chris Brown anything. I just haven't. It's not that I've been a hater before. I just didn't.
Yeah.
And I never bought anything from Drake. I bought Kendrick.
Yes.
And yeah, that's how I gauge it. And I haven't bought anything from the Migos. I've never bought anything from them. I'm trying to think. So I'm not a fan of anybody out of this mix but Kendrick.
Me too. That's me. Like Kendrick and J. Cole. Those are the only two I rock with. And I was so mad when they first popped off when J. Cole was in there. I was like, no, J. Cole, this ain't you. Don't do it. And he came back with the apology. And I was like, okay, there go J. Cole. And he pulled himself out the mess.
I like that.
Me too. So Kendrick and J. Cole are the only two I actually vibe with in this whole scenario. For me, if I no go for or don't fuck with an artist, I don't even listen to their music. I don't care what they got to say. They could be they could have the cure to save the world. I'm not listening to it.
I'm not listening to it. Yeah, I bought Pretty Smile from J. Cole. That's the only thing I've ever bought from him was that song because I really, really like that song for whatever reason. I think he used a TLC beat.
I don't know, but it's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song, and I bought that. So I'll say I like J. Cole as well. And he has one of my favorite artists on his label, Art. What's her name?
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
Hey, but up, baby. We love Ari. She's
that album into the ground.
Yes, we love Ari Lennox, and she's so funny, just genuine and just there. She's that girl.
She was beefing with Joe Budden.
Wait.
Yes, she was beefing with Joe Budden. I was like, what happened? And why had her and Joe Budden getting to beef? I didn't get into it. I was trying to prepare for trials. I was just in the bathroom. That's the only time I can be on social media when I go to the bathroom. Other than that, I gotta work.
I'm gonna write that down so I can look it up. I will come back the next time we come back.
Ari Lennox and Joe Budden beef. I don't know what the fuck happened, but something happened. All right, so hot topics. Let's see. We're looking at cloud seeding. What the heck is going on?
Do you know about cloud seeding?
Yes, over in Dubai.
Okay, yes. Let me hear your take on it. I'm gonna come in now.
Please.
Oh, you want me to go?
My take on cloud seeding. Yeah. I don't understand. I understood why they would want to do it. I didn't know. I didn't know that they didn't think about what happens if we do this. Like there was no forward or backup to know what's going to happen if we do this. Now we know we have the capability of doing this. I would think that a bunch of engineering scientists would have some forethought about what would happen if we try to manipulate Mother Nature.
Yes. For
And
those of y'all who don't know, cloud seeding is when they try to pull more rain and moisture from the air. And for countries that are heavily deserted, they need as much water as they can. So a lot of governments have tried to manipulate the atmosphere so that they can grow more crops, have better vegetation all year round. And as a result, many are believing that it's the reason Dubai and all the people over there and all the countries over there are facing heavy rainfall like they haven't seen in a long time.
Because now I saw the videos of the floods. Oh my gosh. I wasn't sure if it was AI, but I saw some cars inside.
In Dubai, yeah. That was real. That was real. Yes. Dubai is underwater. Some parts of Dubai is underwater.
Oh my gosh. I was like, how are these people functioning? And then where's it all going to go?
That part, because I don't know their drainage or their irrigation systems.
For that. I know America, we don't have the infrastructure for that. And we'll talk about that when we get to political moments. Yes. But we don't have the proper infrastructure for if that would have happened here, because it happens here quite often, particularly where we're from.
Hello.
Where we're from, the flood capital of all the states is Louisiana, because Louisiana floods like no other, from hurricane season, off season, torrential rains. It's ridiculous. And this has been happening since before I was born. And I know as recently as 3 years ago, I was down there and they haven't changed anything to be accommodating for something that they actually know is going to occur.
It's literally every year the homes get destroyed. Every year hurricanes are coming. Every year we get the worst of it. And the tax money, where is it? Y'all not fixing the roads. Y'all not building infrastructures and dams and systems to help us deflood the communities faster. Where's the money going? Where is that money?
Where's the money at, LaShondra?
Where is the money?
Money. Growing up on my grandmother's street, we lived on I want to say Roseline, over by Cars Park. So we lived over there, and that street flooded, and we would have to get in boats.
What?
Get in boats to get to the top of it and to where the road is. That was crazy. I'm born 74. This was happening when I was a baby. They doing this, going into boats and all this stuff. They still doing the same shit.
That's a mess. Like that, there shouldn't be no reason.
That's no reason. So for what's happening right now, I would like to see a lot of things, because a lot of people don't know about how natural disaster cleanup works in America. Basically, companies come and hire like a third party business like Service Pro, and then they go get undocumented workers to work those. They don't properly train them in OSHA, don't give them the protective gear, don't give them any of those things to clean up disaster areas, while the companies are reaping all these benefits, but the workers are reaping all the repercussions of being exposed to mold, being exposed to
radiation in some cases,
asbestos and all that stuff. I would be curious to see how their cleanup process from a natural disaster. Is it considered a natural disaster? Because man has some hands in it. But I would like to see what that would look like.
I had to think on that. It might be
right, and if they do it better, I know they're gonna do it. Anybody can do it better than us.
Absolutely.
But I would like to see how they go about doing it, so maybe that we can at least entertain trying to apply some of that stuff into how we do stuff in America.
I'm trying to think about when was the last time our world has experienced something that massive, and the only thing I can think of is when Japan got hit by that huge tsunami. If we can learn from anyone, it would be their government on how they reinforce their, their continent and or their country, and what we could do to copy that and make sure that we decrease the number of lives lost every year to the same event that happens on like clockwork. It's like an anniversary.
You say that, and all I think about is how because I'm living in Michigan, is home of the Motor City, home of automotive, home of the big three. All we do is build cars, and we don't allow mass transit here. People should know that. That's why we don't allow mass transit, because the big three won't allow us to have mass transit because they want us to be inside cars, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, what I learned from them about taking notes of people that do it better, because Japanese car makers facilities run much smoother than our facilities here. We back in the 80s, we would send people over to learn from them, and they would come over here and try to teach us. And when they came over here, they talked about us so bad. They talked about us so bad. Same thing with and then we didn't adopt any of their stuff. You could adopt all of it. And they chose not to. And then the same thing goes with construction. They do it so much better.
It's so efficient.
And yet over here, that's how it can be done. And yet you still want to do stuff like repairing potholes after the spring, fall with just asphalt. Okay, so you're putting asphalt on top of concrete. Okay. All right, then. That's what we're doing. They've already shown you that it can be done better, and you chose not to. That's what Americans are so arrogant and ignorant at the same time. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. Moving on to I didn't even know. Everybody knows Tarsha she creates our structure. So she's coming up with ideas. She puts it in the proper form, because that's very much so in her wheelhouse. And that was pretty much one of our agreements when we started this. So she does an excellent job. So when I see it, I had no idea that this was going to be on here. And she doesn't know I'm a pickleball player.
Oh, Lord.
So, sports news, pickleball. What's going on, Tarsha?
Well, my whole take is the white people are tired of the niggas taking the sports. That's literally it. That is niggas. Y'all have taken golf. Y'all have taken tennis. Y'all have taken swimming now. Y'all have taken gymnastics. Leave pickleball alone. That's what pickleball is a hybrid of foursquare, tennis, what else? And wiffle ball.
Yes, wiffle ball. Yeah.
Y'all remember the wiffle ball bat?
Yeah.
The big yellow thing we used to get at the.
Yeah.
I did not know that pickleball. Miss Chandrika just told me before we started filming that it was been around since the 90s.
It's been around since the 60s.
Oh, since the 60s?
Since the 60s. I played in the 90s with white people. At the what?
Well, let me tell you my take on this. Okay, blacks? Get y'all ass to the nearest YMCA and start playing pickleball, because until we get reparations, bitch, ain't now sport for the whites. Not one. Ain't now sport. Get your ass outside. Go get some pickleball equipment and have the hood start learning how to play so we can win these competitions, because there are actual competitions.
Oh, yeah. And it's fun.
Real money coming through.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it. Let me tell you, pickleball is so much fun. I started it in the 90s, and then I lost track, and then I picked it back up in the 2000s because of my knees, and I had to start rehabilitating. And it was a great sport because it's not so much moving as tennis, because you are playing with 4 players, and so and it's not that much moving around. The ball's a little bigger, and you have paddles. I'm telling you, it's a good time. It's a good sport, especially when you get a good partner. Oh, it's a good time. So if you haven't played pickleball, I would encourage you to play pickleball. And it's an entry-level sport, meaning that it's not that costly. All you need is the paddles and the ball. You can create the squares in the street.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. I want to see a hood Olympic level event across all hoods this summer. Y'all had the crate challenge last year that sent y'all ass to the hospital. Get out there and play some pickleball.
That's right. I
Get
want to
the
see
family together.
all the things. I want to see all the things for pickleball because you're going to, I'm telling you, don't you believe me, please. It is fun. Pickleball
It
is
looks fun. It looks fun. And you get out there and have a good old time.
you will enjoy pickleball. Take over. Why not? Because why not? All right, moving on to political moments. So we have not you put Israel. Israel. Is it? Is it? Okay.
Israel.
Yeah. And Ukraine and the TikTok ban. Oh, we have to have a conversation about this. Okay, so what's going on with Israel?
So right now the House is just poised to vote this weekend. So Saturday they were supposed to have a quartet of bills that would authorize the U.S. to aid Israel and Ukraine alongside with, some Indo-Pacific and other bills that would force TikTok parents to force the TikTok parent company to sell or be banned in the U.S. So the House is busy on some fuck shit this weekend.
Oh yeah. So the House approved 95 billion in aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. 95 billion. And you got motherfuckers over here in America can't read, bitch. You got motherfuckers over here in America have no health care, pussy's trash, your underarms and armpits got boils. Bitch, you can't get to nobody doctor. You living in a food desert, and they are sending your tax dollars over to different countries. 95 billion, not million, $billion of your fucking money going to somebody else. And guess what those countries have? Universal health care.
Universal health care, bitch. Make it make sense. How do we have 95 billion not to lend, to give? To give. If that don't piss you off, this is y'all's money. Y'all always get on here heaping and hollering, and I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all
right.
Always yeah, because look, I ain't trying to have them come for me, but y'all always get on here saying some, oh, the immigrants are taking our jobs and shit. No, bitch, the government is giving your money away. Get up and go vote them out. Stop playing stupid. They are playing in your face and they are taking your money. We should have been had universal health care. We should have been had college that's free, schools that have actual working computers, books. This is where the money should be going, is to our American people who are hardworking, who have literally slaved their lives away for this ancient ass country. We need help. And the people that are in our seats, the House and the president, are sending 95 billion of our dollars that could have helped us
somewhere else.
I'm all for helping other people, but let's help us first. Let's fix our house first. Let's give the people actual health care. Let's fix up these actual retirement plans. How about instead of having our parents work until they're fucking dead, let's make sure that the Social Security and elderly aid is literally free for our people to rest. We shouldn't be working to the bone until the day we die. That is our money. And bitch, it pissed me off. It pissed me off.
The fact that people don't even understand why there's Medicaid. That's for people that are not elderly necessarily, but don't have the income. Then we have Medicare, which is for the elderly people. When you get a certain age, you're entitled to Medicare. Okay, people don't even understand why we have Medicare Part A and B. That's all built on racism, built on the fact that they do not want Black people to not have to pay for something. So they built in where you have to pay a certain amount out of your check that you're given, your Social Security check, to go towards your health care. You should have earned this already. This is
as a living, breathing citizen.
Right, who has paid taxes every step of the way, and then you get to this old age and they still want to take money from you. The shit is fucking ridiculous and sad. All of it entrenched on fucking racism. I just can't. And then when it comes to people want to say your vote doesn't matter, but votes do matter.
It really does.
Because now you can see they up here voting to give your money away. So if I hear one person say somebody vote matters, The person
Mm-hmm.
who represent you, if they voted to give a $95 billion of your tax dollars to some other country and not to you, and we don't have preschool, mandatory preschool and kindergarten for everybody in the United States, it don't even make no fucking sense.
We still have food deserts in this country. Food deserts. But we got 95 billion. What we have food deserts, but we have 95. I'm telling y'all, stop thinking you can't make a change. This is the real change. This is where it starts. It's on the floor in your local elections. Go get them people out of your house, out of your building, because that's literally they're working against your favor.
They're working against your best interest and only in theirs, only in the interest of them, lobbyists in other countries.
Sleeping with the enemy is what we're doing when we allow them.
Here's the thing. You think that these countries are giving them money they're giving them the money that they already gave them. It makes no sense. It's a cycle of madness. So we send all this money to a foreign country, then they turn around and say, hey, Congressman so and so, here's $100,000 towards your campaign that he voted to give to them in a bill, and then it's coming right back around to give to him in his campaign. The shit is wild and taxing on my spirit.
Yes.
I don't like it at all.
We should not be funding wars or genocides at this point.
There's an active genocide going on right now, not just in one country, but at least 4 that I'm aware of. There's Haiti, there's in
Congo.
There is crazy
Sudan.
happening right. What is happening right now? While we living and breathing and talking, there are genocides being committed all over. And the fact that the United States got the audacity, and should be embarrassed, but they're not. The audacity to try to make a big deal from some of the African countries that are challenging their position on Israel, and now they want to bring sanctions and things to them and make them come before the UN to say, when those countries say you need to come before the UN for your atrocities. And let's be clear, America has not yet atoned for slavery, bitch.
At all. How about that 95 billion be put to reparations?
Where's my reparations, bitch? I built this shit. The fuck?
This is literally the 95 billion reparations, free Medicaid, homelessness, put our people in homes and get them in better situations. I'm not talking about just the Black community. I mean homelessness across the board. There are too many of our elders who are going off on tangents and getting lost with the Alzheimer's. There's real issues that we could be putting this money towards.
Yeah. And then the fact that America is such a hypocrite. We're patriots, and you gotta kneel for the flag, and we love our soldiers and blah blah blah, and yet your soldiers come over here and have issues and you don't want to take care of them. Your soldiers come over here and have housing disputes and you don't want to take care of them. They're homeless and begging and you don't want to take care of them, but you have enough money to send to a foreign country, but you don't have enough money to properly staff VA.
A VA, bitch. You can't and I'm a veteran, so she's speaking facts.
You don't have enough money to do that, but you got enough money to send some money overseas. Make fucking sense. You don't give a damn about these goddamn veterans. You like to just say it. You don't give a damn about patriotism, and you just like to say that too. Because if you did, you would not have homeless people and kids who are going to sleep without food because they're in a food desert, or they're eating things that are causing them to build up an intolerance for cancer, and then at a later age, now they're gonna catch cancer, and they're wondering where I get it from because I don't It's because, bitch, the shit they allowed to be pumped into you, they wouldn't allow that in them same countries that they send them money to.
Absolutely not. They allow lead in the kids' applesauce. The school juice. There's a legal limit to the amount of lead that they allow to be in these stuff. Don't get me started on that, but
I'm about to say that's the whole thing is wackadoo. You guys, as a collective, allow so much shit for America to do to us. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's absolutely goddamn ridiculous. All right, so let's see what else we got. The TikTok ban.
Oh yes. How you feeling?
I think it's coming.
Oh yeah, they said it. They said it is.
It's coming. They voted. The House voted. I know they needed 290 something, I believe, and I think they got 300 and something. And I think only 58. I want to say maybe 58. Not yeah, 58 of the House of Representatives did voted against it.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 58 that voted against this TikTok ban. Let's be clear about some shit. Let me just get on a little tangent real quick. Let's be clear about some shit. This has nothing to do with TikTok having access to American informations and all this stuff. It has nothing to do, absolutely nothing. Because guess what? I don't even give a fuck about somebody having access to my information. Shit, my mama stole it my entire life, bitch. I don't give a fuck. It's what it is. And I actively know once I open up these certain apps and stuff, all the information that they're asking for, if I was a person who really valued my privacy, then I would not be on any app. I wouldn't even have a motherfucking cell phone. Landline me, bitch. You understand? You can't reach me. I don't need you pinging me. I don't need you to be able to track me when I'm driving with my phone. I don't need you to do none of that. If that's how I really feel, but I don't. And the majority of people do not, because you have availed yourself of a cell phone. You have availed yourself of downloading apps that are asking for private information. Anytime you put an app and they ask you what your age is, that's private, bitch. Anytime you have an app and they ask you what's your email address. Anytime you open up an app and they ask you, hey, we like to have access to your pictures, bitch.
And y'all all on Instagram.
All y'all, and you've allowed them to do that. And Facebook just admitted that they are selling your shit.
Hello.
Their messages to third-party vendors. That's how you was like, wait a minute, we were just talking about mattresses, and now mattresses are popping up, bitch. You were talking about mattresses in your motherfucking group chat, bitch. And then now, because Facebook sells it actively, meaning that in real time to these companies, now they know how to target you, and now you're going to get ads for mattresses, bitch. That's a problem. TikTok is not a problem. What problem with as far as TikTok having information, not a problem. What the problem is twofold. It's a set of problems that this country has. First off, your TikTok is educating too many people.
Yep.
That's number one. It's educating too many people. You're getting more information from TikTok than you ever got in a class in high school, that most of you have ever gotten from a damn college course. You are being educated because it reaches you like this and it gets into you like that. And they don't like that shit. You motherfuckers trying to be smart, and we need y'all to be sheep. That's number one. And number two for me is that you guys are learning what community is.
Yes.
You're learning what community is. Once I realized what you guys were doing on, because I'm a union girl to the heart, so I know what collective bargaining brings, how unions benefit you. Unions can be trash, but for the majority part, unions benefit you because you have a collective voice. You're stronger together than you are as one individual. I get that. So, but most people didn't. But when I saw how y'all band together on TikTok and boycotted McDonald's and boycotted Starbucks, and told Target, you better get your motherfucking dress right, bitch. We see your all these damn companies. Look, I'm not fucking with you until you get your shit right. And y'all meant that shit. The 4 Starbucks within vicinities of my home always had a line to the street. For years, it was ridiculous. I'm like, it can't be that fucking good. It just not good. And then all of a sudden, the lines are gone.
Hello.
I ain't saying I didn't say they shut down. I'm saying the lines that I would see every fucking day are gone. The same with the McDonald's by my house. Oh my God, that line would be out the street, gone.
Yeah.
One by my Costco that had 2 drive-throughs. That's how much it was. So many fucking empty than a bitch. I said, look at these people on TikTok and impacted these motherfuckers to the point where they like Starbucks lobbying, get rid of TikTok, McDonald's lobbying to ban TikTok. That's who's doing. And Mark Zuckerberg asked, because you're not on Facebook like you were. You're not on Instagram like he wants you to be. He wants you to come back over there so he can sell more of your shit.
Yeah.
He needs you to engage over there. That's that. And then the other, I believe, income.
Oh, yes.
Y'all making too much fucking money. Y'all making too much goddamn money on this app. Too much. And as somebody, I've been demonetized now, but when I was monetized, oh, it was good times.
Hello.
It was absolutely. I mean, this is some income I can use if I have a drought for something. I can use this. I can eat Uber. Yeah. I can DoorDash because I have the account now. I'm gonna put this money over here in my PayPal, and that's where I get my Uber Eats and my stuff from. Right, you guys are gonna pay for my meals. Mm-hmm. It was a good time. And I know I'm just a smaller, not the smallest, but I'm a smaller influencer. I have less than 230,000 subscribers, followers. But for those who have 300, 400, 600, 700 millions, they were making bank. Yeah. Individuals, bless his heart, his content is so good. And his crew loves him. He's making at least $1,000 a week.
I love that. One of the content creators I know in the TTC program is another program inside of TikTok, makes $50K a month.
See,
$50K a month. Guess how many followers?
How many?
100,000 followers.
Oh, see that. They don't want you to do that. now you're not going to work at the White Castle. Now you're not going to go let them treat you bad at some job where they're micromanaging you. They want you to go back into these motherfucking buildings, bitch, and want you to be miserable. Catch the asbestos, catch all the stuff, the carcinogens from them old ass buildings, and catch all that fame from these supervisors and managers that don't give a fuck about you, that will not allow you to do your job and go the fuck home. They don't want you. You motherfuckers need to stop making money
and being happy
and go back to being miserable, bitch, and making pennies. You're doing too much. That's my take on
it. I loved it. On top of what you said, everything Ms. Chandrika said, plus understand the freedom that TikTok has given a lot of us. Because like she said, they want you back in the office. They want you back at these physical buildings so that they can continue to work you like cattle. Yeah. TikTok has literally allowed so many of us to grow in a community and to break free of the capitalistic ways that they want us to maneuver. We're still a capitalist community, but we maneuver with the freedom of how we want to maneuver. And on top of us shutting down businesses left and right, we're also getting these companies to do us better, treat us better, put better ingredients in us. I know Chick-fil-A about to get their ass lit because they done changed up the chicken, ma'am.
I don't eat there. I
don't eat there either. But I saw the beef online. Chick-fil-A is the latest who's catching hands from the community. Chick-fil-A is now putting in, they're no longer going with free range, unmedicated chickens. They're gonna start allowing the chickens with the stuff in them. That a lot of, and yes.
They walk backwards?
They walk backwards.
Okay.
They walk backwards.
I'm listening.
But yeah, so this whole thing, and I know that a lot of people understand the freedom that TikTok allows for you to have. And that's so weird because we're the land of the free and the home of the brave, but ain't shit free. And a lot of these motherfuckers ain't brave over here. So literally, TikTok was giving you too much control over your own life. It was giving you a way to pay for your needs and meet ends, go beyond meeting ends, and building a community. Like she said, we built a community on TikTok. We started being who we were meant to be as people of this nation, and they didn't like that. And so now they're going to force TikTok to be bought or be banned. If TikTok is bought by America and by these companies, you better guarantee the taxing on your TikTok income is going to go up. Stronger regulations are going to get passed, and they're going to control what you can see that it's happening all over the world. So that free connection that we have to the entire world is going to be taken, and you're no longer going to see who's getting done what, and you're going to stay in the ignorant lane. They want to keep you unknowing. They want to put you back into not discovering the world outside of their cage. This is why you should be worried. Just as they're banning the books in the schools, they're trying to ban your knowledge and experience of the outside world. And that's it.
Absolutely. I also wanted to say TikTok just sent me they're probably doing it for everybody about this time, but I received it Saturday. The new rules that are going to go into effect come May 17th.
Yeah.
Well, as a lawyer, and I know most people don't do that, I actually read every single one of them. Okay. I read every single change, and it took me an hour.
Okay.
It took me an hour to read every single change. And going into it, I I had a sense of why they were changing it. One was that they don't want us to talk about Israel, and they don't want us to talk about things that they deem anti-Semitic, but we know that word is trash. Anti-Semitic, Semitic is a language. You've usurped the word, and you need to let it go, and you've been exposed. So that, and what I found was reading it was just that. So now you cannot talk about and you cannot talk about Israel. You cannot say anything about the Holocaust or wars in uprisings in Rwanda. That's written in there. I want you. Oh yeah.
Did you make a TikTok about this?
I want to so bad, but I saw it there because I was working. What I did was screenshot it while I was reading it. I screen recorded while I was reading it. But what you can't talk about, slavery, wasn't in there. And then they added all the protected class, and one of those classes is not Black people.
Oh, of course not. We're the reason this app's so hot over here anyway. So the suppression is real.
You can still call somebody the N-word on it. You can still use the N-word on it. But what you can't do is you will get flagged for using white. You would get flagged for using calling somebody something, criticizing their religion. This, I need one of my mutuals. I can't think I think it's Deontay. I can't think of his. I think that's his name, Deontay. He's really good. He has a podcast too. I can't think of his name. His name is podcast. But he was like, why did my live get taken? Blah 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 blah. Because my live got taken twice, like in the last 3 weeks. I just don't go. I'm just like, I'm randomly going. So your live can get taken down if you on your live and you ask them to go follow you on a different platform.
What? Oh, so just as much as we love this app, the hate for this app is equal.
It's equal.
It's equal. So don't get it twisted, y'all. We hate this app just as much as we love it.
Yeah. So I was like, I said, they was like, yeah, you the community violation. You was talking in distance. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't say anything. And I'm asking my father, did I say something crazy? It's like, no, you didn't. Because I told them they can go follow me on Patreon. What? I was like, yeah, I just started a Patreon account. Come follow me, patreon.com/HellGirlVibe. I'm leaving this app, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Shoot.
What?
I said, oh, now I'm reading it. You motherfuckers is implementing these new rules now.
Like y'all done already bought it.
Y'all already did what y'all already doing the whole thing. I said, it's cool because I told my husband, I said, it was a good time while it lasted. I had a blast over here. My therapist was correct. I found my village. I am entertaining. People did rock with me, so I'm good with that. And then this old bird got to live out a dream. I got to be famous for a hot second. I got to be in commercials. I got to do a lot of things based on just TikTok and the content that I uploaded to it. So I'm appreciative for the time frame that I did get to enjoy the app before they start putting the hammer down and targeting my page and all that stuff. So yeah. All right. So the takeaway from this. You gotta stand up for what's right.
What'd you say?
You gotta stand up for what's right.
Yes.
And sometimes what's right for you may not align with what's right for the collective.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta go along to get along.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it's not all about you. And
Right.
we have to realize that. And I do the takeaway for the other ones, but the takeaway from this political moment is that we're supposed to do a takeaway for every section. But it's fine because I'm working this out. We at number 3rd episode.
Okay.
I'm working it out. So y'all keep listening, bitch, because I'm gonna get it together one day. So yeah, I like that. Let's see. What are you watching and listening to? Tarsha?
Abbott Elementary. Do you watch Abbott Elementary?
Oh, yes.
I was so hot for the like 2 weeks they didn't give us episodes. I was like, where are y'all? Cause I started it like, okay, this is like my side, side therapy to my therapy. Like y'all need to be here. But they came back with season 3, episode 10, and it's like To Ava Two Fest or something like that. I have a different take on this one episode. It's a dark take. Conspiracy theorists tap in. In this episode, and this is spoilers, bitch. So fast forward if you don't want to hear this part. But in this episode, Janine finally gets the process going to be hired at the school facility, the big facility, the school board location. Barbara, the old black lady teacher there, sends Janine a letter that has the kid's signature on there and stuff like that. She's like, oh, congratulations on your new success and yada yada yada. Your heart is always right. And then the kids signed it with their little cute anecdotes. Janine decided after reading that letter that the position at the school board was not for her. This pissed me off to no avail, bitch, because Janine was in a position to help all other schools, not just Abbott. Right. Her skill set would have been the dent all of the school boards or all of the schools in Detroit needed, because I think that's where they at in the story. She was going to go above and beyond, and she was afraid of the call because she realized that she wouldn't be able to pay attention to Abbott. Something greater was on the way. Barbara sent that letter to manipulate Janine into coming back. Because Barbara knew what she meant to Janine. She knew that Janine saw her as a mother figure. And Janine, that attachment style is toxic because Janine still needs a mother in her adult life. She didn't go back to Abbott for the kids. She went back to Abbott to be able to still have a mother. When I tell y'all, Black women, we know the lived experience of being the daughter of an unhealed Black woman.
Girl.
We know the experience of being manipulated into doing something is going to hold you back. If you go back to it, it's going to hold you back. And Janine, it's not that she didn't believe in herself, because she knew that her ideas were going to be grand. She needed her mom. And that's who Barbara is. When I tell you this episode triggered me, bitch.
I'm going back home and watch this because, girl, what?
It made me so mad.
Oh my God. Because I thought after her and what's his name? I can't think of his name right
Gregory.
Now. When her and Gregory went to the house to visit a little boy who wasn't coming to school, I was like, girl, don't you let this little boy keep you from that job.
Okay.
Girl, don't you do it. And now I hear this mess. I went right and watched it. Barbara knows how Janine has reverence for her, And if you write it, and for the children. So if you're sending something and then you're including the children in it, you basically you're trying to manipulate her into changing her, making a different decision in what you already know that she's doing, because and it's for selfish reasons. And we know from the history of the show that Barbara have a good heart, but she operates sometimes in selfishness. Yeah, so I can see that being exactly what happened.
But I tell you, I ain't never been mad at an Abbott Elementary. I couldn't even focus on Ava. Ava's one of my favorite characters. Like her and her shenanigans.
Girl, why my kids? Everybody say that she reminds me. She reminds them of me.
That's what these over here say. Not us having Ava energy.
I was like, is that how it come on?
I know. I was like, okay, say what you will, but Ava gets stuff done. Like, it might not be the way we want to do it, but Ava gets stuff done.
Baby, you know.
That's that hood in her.
Hello, hood rat. You know what it is. Hey, look, they used to call it, she got hell in her.
Hello.
Same thing.
Hell girl.
All right, what I'm watching a slew of documentaries. If you follow me on all platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, the X, or TikTok, I do reviews of documentaries, because I do watch at least 2 documentaries, or at least one documentary a week, because while I'm working, I have it playing in the background, and so I'm watching it that way. The documentaries that I just watched were Brandy Hellville, about Brandy Melville store, which I had never heard of, in the fashion stuff. And so I would encourage you to go watch that. And then
what's it about?
So it is a documentary about fast fashion, and it's this store that caters to young white women.
Okay, Brand Hellville.
It's called Brandy Hellville. It's on, I want to say it's on Netflix. It's either on Netflix or HBO Max. It's one of those. But here was my takeaway from it. They treated those workers at that store trash. The Black people had to work in the basement. And it's known, it's still doing it to this day.
No.
Still doing it to this day. Stores are still open. But what I learned that really stood out was how you know how you in your neighborhood you'll see the containers to donate clothes in that open up, and those, and I always wonder where the hell those are going. Where is that going? Bitch is going to Ghana.
Stop. Are you serious?
I kid you not. Watch the documentary. Yeah, you don't like them, but this one will tell you about what. So what happens is when we donate stuff, not we, because I donate mine to local places.
Same.
Cycle in the community. But when you put them in those bins, or when companies make too much, order too much, and don't sell it, they put those on shipping containers and they ship them to Ghana, and they make Ghana take them. And if Ghana refuses to take them, they will adjust their tariffs. They will put embargoes. They will do things to negatively affect their economy if they don't take America's, Europe's trash. And it is impacting their environment because most of it is going out into the ocean and on their beaches.
What?
Yes, and you have tons of clothes just disposed of, thrown because nobody wants them or needs them. So I was like, is this? I don't know. I ain't never been over to Ghana, so I don't know. So last night I had invited for the Barristers Ball here in Michigan. I attended that. That's like the lawyer prom here in Michigan. And I had bought a table, and I had invited one of my clients who had just came back from Africa, and Ghana was one of the stops. So I asked him, I said, so when you were there, and I'm telling him about the documentary about him, I was like, so when you were there, did you see it at that? He said, of course I did. You can't miss it. I said, I know you fucking lying. He's like, no, you can't miss it. And it's sad and it's tragic what is happening. And I said, and nobody knows. I had no idea.
I didn't know either.
And I see people from Africa on social media and influencers and stuff. No one has ever said this that came up in my feed.
Or maybe they have, and it's been taken down.
It's been suppressed or taken down, or I don't have access to it. but I need people to know what is actually happening. And America is one of the major perpetrators of this, of sending our stuff over there that we do not want anymore to a country that does not want it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
That 95 billion that we had could go to fixing. Could somebody go to fixing that
we created in other countries? Messes that we created in other countries, which we have
instead of funding genocides, we need to be fixing this world.
There you go. So I've been watching a slew of documentaries. I'm currently watching this documentary about this girl who killed her best friend through cyanide poisoning. I got to get through it because it's not connecting for me. Oh yeah, she killed.
I can't. You be watching that hard shit like that. What you? That is real horror. Like you say, you don't watch horror movies like ghosts and stuff. I don't watch documentaries.
This is very. I said I got to get through this.
What happened?
How it starts is their friends. The friend gets married. That Marisa, whatever her name is, she gets married, and then the other friend doesn't, and they think that she's jealous of her. They go to a restaurant to eat. And then the friend that is married gets some, she likes Vietnamese coffee. And they make her coffee. And then when she drinks it, she starts convulsing. And they call the ambulance and they take her to the hospital. And where she dies, because if you don't know what cyanide does to the organs, it seizes them all up. It's no coming back from that shit. You're going to die, bitch. And so she died. And then they had to go back and review because they thought it was the barista who did it to her. He was like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, I'm just fixing coffee.
But it come to find out from the beginning, they're saying that they wouldn't have viewed the video that the girl came to the restaurant beforehand, peeping it out. And then she went and shopping and she came back again. And she's just looking to see what, how to live and go. Then when her friend comes, instead of putting her bags, these are Asian people, instead of putting her bags on the floor or on the seat, she puts them on the table strategically. And they that's when she put the cyanide in the girl coffee.
That is so sad. Oh my goodness.
I haven't finished it. I said I'm gonna have to finish it because I was doing it while I was getting ready. Watching it while I was getting ready. Because I can't watch documentaries, just sit down and watch them. I have to be doing something else because I'm very busy. So once I get this one, I'll be putting that up. All right.
I saw a story recently that was similar to that about a black hair store. This girl just opened her hair store, a barber, a salon, and her best friend killed her.
What?
Poisoned her, killed her.
Does it about it?
No, it was on TikTok 2 weeks ago.
Girl, I was like, let me go watch this documentary and see what happened.
That's so sad. My heart goes out. Y'all vet your friends, okay?
Girl,
vet, just like Miss Chandrika just said earlier in the show, with Black people coming up missing and all this other stuff. Vet the people you are in close humanship with, because not everybody is mentally sound. Some people do not have your best interests at heart, and they smile in your face all the time, want to take your place.
That part. And keep in mind that a lot of people don't tune in and tap into their spirit of discernment. You got to know when somebody is for you and how far you can allow somebody to be in your space and have access to you. I don't trust nobody, but I trust everybody to show up as themselves.
Yeah.
I trust you to show up as you. But other than that, bitch, I don't got nothing for you other than that.
Yeah.
Show me something else, then what I believe in is business. You have limited access to me, and I can't let everybody inside of my circle. I think we operate the same way.
Yeah.
I said, me and Tarsha so cool. I don't know her kid's name. Yeah, I know her ass to know all my kids' names because I can't remember their goddamn name. I said, the fact is that we have this kindred spirit where we allow each other into our worlds. But bitch, I still got boundaries.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And I love that for us.
And I love you. I be telling my husband how amazing you are. And I love the fact that I don't know the intimate side of what happens behind your door.
Right.
And vice versa.
Here. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Because since we've been doing this podcast, you've been coming up on my feed a lot on my Instagram.
Nice.
And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know none of this about Tasha. I didn't know like none of this right here and how you and your husband interact. I said, I didn't know he was goofy.
He is silly.
I remember when he retired and y'all sat on the thing, y'all did y'all thing. I remember that. I remember like y'all interacting and stuff, but I never to this magnitude now. And I'm saying it must be because now he's retired. Mm-hmm. And so they be on a different, act a little different now than what it was.
Not that stressed anymore,
Yes. That's all I said. They a good time. I said, baby, they are a good damn time.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I love that too. I'm glad. And I feel that this is where a lot of people get it wrong when especially with content creators, when we're on social media, we have that paranormal relationship, right? But sometimes content creators cross that threshold, and that's where they start learning new things about you. It just doesn't work out. Like somehow it gets muddy in all of this.
And they're infiltrating inside your household. And what you have to be, bitch, I'm only showing you what I want you to see.
Hello. I can show y'all my whole day and y'all still never know what I got going on.
You won't know any of the good stuff that is actually helping to make me into who I am. I'm only showing you what I want to see, but I think a lot of people get that. They want to show, first off, too much. And two, get other folks incorporated into their life. Mm-hmm. I don't care what y'all say to me about anything, bitch. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Period.
At the end of the day. At the end of the day.
I'm really say at the end of the day got to end. At the end of the day got to end.
The day got to end.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what are we listening to?
I'm still listening to Cowboy Carter. That's been on repeat for weeks.
Really?
I love it that much. I really do, because my favorite song is probably Bodyguard, because I feel in my heart of hearts, she's talking about an experience with Julius, the bodyguard. This whole track, and this is my Delulu self. Beehive, don't come for me, because I always got time. But I will say this before I go say that. You know how most people be like, oh my God, they're so crazy. The way to stop evil can only be stopped by a greater evil. And in most situations, I'm the greater evil. This is what people don't understand. Look, Louisiana in me, baby. It ain't never left. But in her album, I feel like a few songs are for Julius.
That's interesting. I still don't have a desire to listen to it.
If you haven't listened to Riverdance, I think she's telling us that she cheated on Jay-Z and he found out. Yes, Riverdance. When she said his eyes were filled with tears when he realized my kisses were filled with lies. And she said, bounced on that dick, no hands. She said he would cried. He was a ball of tears in her hand. I say Beyonce done stepped. Beyonce done stepped.
As he should be. The fuck. So you listen to Cowboy Carter and what else?
And I'm still watching The Traitors in New Zealand and Australia. The Traitors got me. I love a good.
What Phaedra was on for America.
Yes.
Okay, so they have the New Zealand and Australia too.
Yes, and they are all good. I love a strategic game, and it's just strategy on strategy on strategy. Okay. They need to bring that here again.
I am listening to old 80s R&B. Nice. Shout out to my mutual Oreo. His record collection is just unmatched. He brought out a song, Midnight Star, Curious, and it just clicked. I think I was maybe 8 or 10 years old when that song came out.
Midnight Star?
Yeah. Curious. And I said, baby. So I did karaoke the other night, which TikTok did not ban. I didn't say shit, but put the songs up you want me to sing. And that went fine. That went fine. So I just was doing karaoke because I had to de-stress, because I had a trial for this Monday. They got moved to next Tuesday. But I still had to prep for it like it was going to go on Monday. So I was stressing than a bitch. So how I de-stress is I do karaoke. And right now I'm singing a bunch of old 80s R&B, Freddie Jackson, not Janet Jackson, but Luther Vandross, all that stuff. Midnight Star, shoot, what was everything from the 80s I've been listening to. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Are you still working on your music?
What music?
Didn't you start writing songs? All right, did I make that up in my head?
No, I did. I started.
Okay. How's it going?
It would be going nicely if I could put pen to paper. What I've been doing is when I come up with some lyrics or a catchy tune, I just pull out my phone and I'll start in my phone and do a video of it so I don't forget it. So I got to go through all these videos eventually and write this shit down, because what's happening is my TikTok hit from last year, "Do Your Job and Go the Fuck Home," came back around again. Okay. And now it's resurfacing again. So I'm gonna have to do something with it. I told my daughter that sings. I said, "Baby, we're gonna do something with this song. We gotta enhance the girl, because everybody want it. They want their playlist, so we gotta do something with it." So that's where I am. But right now I am swamped with cases, swamped with trials. I just settled a case of the boy who was special needs and was sexually assaulted at school. So I just settled that, just picked up my dexterity. So I ain't even had a chance to cash that yet. But I'm swamped. And so I've just got to find time to do it in between doing actual work that keeps these lights on. Because TikTok did demonetize my ass.
So are you going to go to YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. It's just that I only have 1,000, I think maybe 1,000 and something followers, just enough for me to be able to go live. But it seems like my conversion rate, I cannot, for whatever reason at this point in time, convert people from TikTok to any other platform.
I'm the same way. I have the same issue.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is. And other folks are able to do it. They're able to capitalize on their huge followings on TikTok and carry those over to YouTube, carry those over to Facebook, carry those over to Instagram. I am not. My Facebook following is like 3,000 and something, almost 4. And then Instagram, I'm like at 20 something thousand, 23 or something like 1,000. And I've been stuck at that number for over 4 months. It has not moved. And so those numbers are not. And then on Twitter, I go viral on Black Twitter all the fucking time.
I'm not on Twitter. Twitter scares me. It
doesn't translate to any numbers for me. And they tag me, but it doesn't translate to people actually following me. But you'll replay my content over and over on somebody else's page. The shit is weird to me. It's just very weird. So what I've been watching, Abbott Elementary. That's one of my things that I watch, and in addition to the documentaries, that's about it. All right. So remind listeners, hit us up on socials and give us suggestions on what to watch next. So I would like for you to, if you follow me, Hood Rat to Harvard, on all platforms, you can be in my DMs. Just don't be asking me for legal advice, and don't be asking me for nothing else. If you want to give me a suggestion for a documentary, please do so. But realize that I get triggered by certain things. And so sometimes I take the recommendation, but I might not watch it or watch it fully once I get into it and I realize that ain't for me. So keep that in mind. And also any music you want to suggest to me, I'm always open to listening to new artists and things like that. Same with Tarsha, right?
Yes, absolutely. Hit me up on TikTok while we still have it.
Right.
At HellGirlVibe, and on Instagram at HellGirlVibe. Don't send me no documentary suggestions, because bitch, I ain't gonna listen to it. I'm not watching no documentaries. But you can send me horror. I love horror films, any kind of horror. I love adventure, whatever floats your boat, as long as it's not documentary and romance, because your girl just don't rock with romance, rom-coms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't really like rom-coms either. And this season of my life, at one point in time, I did. But yeah, you can follow us both on all social media platforms. We're looking forward to hearing from you. What we did hear back, Tasha and I have to discuss it. People are like, we want more episodes. You're waiting too long. When we first entered this venture, I told Tasha that I would still be doing my solo episodes in between. I have not. Because I'm fucking taxed.
Tired. Oh man.
Taxed. I'm spending long nights and mornings. It's just a lot going on. But I did what we did do for this for Woven Wisdom generation to generation is that we did carve out the actual dates for it, so you can't get on my calendar to move it, even though we did move this taping today because of my trial that was coming up. But other than that, these won't be impacted by that because it's already on my calendar for taping and for rolling out. So I've already calendared those things. So that's good. But as far as more episodes between Tarsha and I, we would have to discuss it and see if Tarsha is open to it because Tarsha does all the heavy lifting.
I already told her, yeah. She trying to use me as a scapegoat. I told her yes. I was in her live and she told me, don't let her talk to y'all like this. Look, I told her I'm in it to win it too. So let us get on here. It won't happen this month. It's just a heavy month for the both of us. But we'll discuss it. Let us discuss it. And if y'all asking for more, it means we're doing something right.
Right.
Also, I do want to add a segment for listener letters.
Oh, yes. If you want to write us.
Yes. For advice, bitch. Not legal advice.
I got email. You can send them to hoodrattoharvard at gmail.com.
Yes.
You can send those over there to hoodrattoharvard at gmail.com. So and that's a number 2 in between. hoodrat2harvard at gmail.com. If you have you want to talk to us about something and you want us to discuss something, please send those over there. We greatly appreciate it. And for those of you who are asking for more episodes, I appreciate it. My truckers are very dedicated and I really appreciate it. Shouts out to all y'all on long haul and short haul. I appreciate you coming in my DMs, letting me know how much you appreciate it. So let me just say this. Some of y'all don't be on social media. So as a result, you not be on social media. When you be in my DMs, it be in hidden messages on Instagram. And I have to go looking for those. And then I go see them. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I don't know what to do with this, but okay. But I do appreciate the listeners and everybody rocking with us because this is a new venture for the both of us as far as the banter goes. And it's going very well. If I say so myself, it is going very well. And so we appreciate you for that. Anything else, Tarsha?
No, that's all for me. I'll see y'all next time.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to the Hood Rat to Harvard podcast with myself and Tarsha, Woven Wisdom from generation to generation. And we hope you enjoyed.